Welcome to Istanbul, the city that connects two continents. I started my journey on the Asian side of Istanbul. This part of the city has so many budget friendly hotels and a wide variety of local restaurants, perfect for travelers who want to save a bit while still enjoying authentic Turkish vibes. To cross over to the European side, I took a ferry across the Bosphorus. It's not just a way to get around, it's one of the most scenic rides you can take in the city. Also, you get stunning views of palaces, mosques, bridges, and seagulls flying beside the boat. I grabbed a cup of tea, sat on the deck, and soaked in the view of two continents meeting across the water. Once I arrived on the European side, I hopped on the Istanbul tram, and honestly, it's one of the most convenient ways to get around the city, especially if you're visiting the main tourist spots. The T1 tram line connects many of the must-see places, plus the ride itself is smooth and scenic as you pass through streets lined with historic buildings, mosques, and shops.
Right now, I'm at the Blue Mosque.
My first stop, the magnificent Blue Mosque. Known for its 6 minarets and beautiful blue Iznik tiles, it's one of Istanbul's most iconic landmarks. The architecture is breathtaking, and the courtyard alone is worth the visit.
I'm near the Mosque.
Right across from the Blue Mosque is Hagia Sophia. Once a church, then a mosque, later a museum, and now a mosque again. It represents over 1,500 years of history and is truly one of the greatest architectural wonders in the world. I wanted to go inside, but the queue was massive, so I decided to come back another time. But even from outside, it's impossible not to be awed by the sheer size and detail of this monument. Since I couldn't go inside Hagia Sophia due to the heavy crowd, I decided to take a different route and explore the small places around it. Just a short walk away, there are quiet corners, charming alleys, and hidden spots where you can truly feel the atmosphere of old Istanbul. From traditional tea shops, street-side stalls, and Ottoman-era fountains to peaceful garden areas and playful cats, it was a pleasant surprise. Sometimes when plans don't work out, you discover something even better. One of the most unique places I visited in Istanbul was the Basilica Cistern, also known as Yerebatan Sarnıcı. It's an ancient underground water reservoir built in the 6th century, and stepping inside feels like entering a forgotten palace. With its rows of marble columns, dim lights, and reflections in the water, the atmosphere is both peaceful and a bit mysterious. And at the far end, you'll find the famous Medusa heads placed sideways and upside down. No one really knows why. It's a quiet escape from the city above, and definitely one of Istanbul's hidden gems. Next, I visited the famous Grand Bazaar, or Kapalı Çarşı, one of the oldest and largest covered markets in the world, dating back to the 15th century. With over 4,000 shops under one roof, it's easy to get lost, and that's part of the fun. Every turn brings something new. Hand-woven carpets, glowing lanterns, jewelry, leather bags, ceramics, and Turkish sweets. The energy here is amazing, busy, colorful, and full of life. If you're planning to buy something, don't forget to bargain. It's part of the culture and can be a fun experience if done respectfully. You might come in just to look, but chances are you'll leave with a few unexpected souvenirs. After spending some time inside the Grand Bazaar, I stepped outside to explore the streets around it. There's a whole different atmosphere here. The side streets are full of small shops, local vendors, and stalls selling everything from casual clothes and shoes to souvenirs and snacks. It's a bit more relaxed and less polished than the inside, but often more affordable, and you can still find great deals. You'll also see more locals shopping out here, which gives you a nice look at everyday life in Istanbul. This area really shows how the Grand Bazaar doesn't end at the gate. It spills out into the city around it. Time for a break. I stopped to enjoy authentic Turkish coffee. brewed slowly in hot sand. It's strong, rich, and thick, and traditionally you don't stir it.
The spice bazaar.
Next, I headed to the Spice Bazaar, or Mısır Çarşısı, one of Istanbul's most vibrant and aromatic markets. It's a paradise of colorful spices, herbal teas, Turkish delights, nuts, saffron, and dried fruits, all beautifully displayed and incredibly tempting. This is the perfect place to pick up authentic edible gifts or local products to take back home. Everything here feels fresh, traditional, and full of flavor. Even if you're not buying, walking through is a treat for your senses, from the smells to the sounds to the colors. For lunch, I headed to the famous restaurants under the Galata Bridge. These spots are popular with both locals and tourists, serving freshly grilled fish and seafood right by the water. The view of the boats passing under the bridge while you eat, unbeatable.
Near the Galata Tower.
This medieval tower was originally built in the 14th century, and it's one of the best places to get a panoramic view of Istanbul. There's an elevator that takes you most of the way up, and then just a short staircase to the viewing deck. The view from the top is absolutely breathtaking. You can see the Golden Horn, Bosphorus, both the European and Asian sides, and all the domes and minarets dotting the skyline. To wrap up the day, I took a sunset Bosphorus cruise, sailing between Europe and Asia, passing palaces, waterfront mansions, and historic ports. The timing was just right. As the boat started moving, the city began to shift into that warm, golden hour glow. We passed by some of the most beautiful sights along the water: Dolmabahce Palace, Ortaköy Mosque, traditional Yağlı mansions, and of course the impressive Bosphorus Bridge connecting Europe and Asia. The contrast between modern life and historic beauty was just amazing to see from the water. The cruise had a calm, laid-back vibe. Some people were sipping tea, others were just enjoying the breeze and the views. The sunset colors reflecting on the Bosphorus made the whole experience feel peaceful and surreal. This little journey between two continents was definitely one of the highlights of the day. And that brings me to the end of an incredible day exploring Istanbul. There's truly nowhere else in the world like Istanbul, where history, culture, and daily life all blend together so beautifully. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your favorite part of Istanbul.